Next, we got Youssef Zalal taking on Sean Woodson. Youssef's coming in here with a 10-4 record, 24 years old, 5'10" with a 75-inch reach. The comeback on Sean Woodson, he is 28 years old. He's fighting at 145 for this one as well. Yeah, height 6'2", and his reach is 79 inches. So he's going to have significant height and reach disadvantage or advantage going against Zalal here. And looking at Sean Woodson's last couple fights, he is coming off a loss, his only loss in his career, and it was to Julian Erosa, which was a great fight. I can't remember if that was fight of the night. I think it was, but man, that was a great fight. He did really well, like he normally does in the first round, at distance, striking and whatnot. In the second round, Erosa, came alive a lot more and took it to him, and then the third round ended up finishing him. Before that, he did win a decision against Kyle Bochniak, and if anybody knows who Bochniak is, he's that guy that, in my opinion, beats the beat.
Yeah.
So, that was definitely a good win. And the fight that got him into the UFC before that was against Terrence McKinney, where he won flying knee in the second round. So he is a long striker. He's not a grappler at all. It's definitely going to be a striker versus striker here. But Zalal, he definitely has the better footwork. I believe he's going to be able to pinpoint Sean, even though he's going to have the reach disadvantage. And I also believe he has the grappling edge if it does hit the floor. He's looked for a few submissions already in his previous fights, but none of them ever came to fruition. But he does look for him, so it's something that he is going for. So if he does get tagged up on the feet and he's not liking it, I do expect him to shoot. Whether that does good for him or not, that will be left to be seen. But at this point, I don't really know how to attack this one. I'm kind of just staying away on this one. How do you feel?
Yeah, this is an interesting fight, and I think a lot of this was going to depend on how Youssef's game plan, on how he fights in this one. For starting off with Sean, he's the tallest featherweight in the division. He's a good boxer. I believe he was a Golden Glove boxer. He was 46-3 amateur record. He has that big, long jab, able to keep guys at distance. He has those long legs. He can that, but the bad thing about that, they can get kicked out from underneath him as well. Also, he's just susceptible to the submissions because of those long limbs. We've seen that in his last fight. We've seen him get darsed his last time out. When things are going good for Sean, they're going really good. But as soon as they start to go bad, then they go really bad. It looks like he loses confidence whenever things don't go his way. Which that's what it started to look like in that last fight. But Sean's a big man, and he came in. People were really big on him. I think he has enough of what it takes to get it done in this fight. I think a lot of that is gonna depend on his opponent. Youssef, coming off of those 2 straight decision losses, seems like he struggled to get it going in both fights. Lately it was just doing the same thing. You're down going into round 3, and he's still doing the same thing he's doing in round 1. But he does have good kicks. He has good wrestling. He's an all around fighter. And I'm big on Youssef. I was big on him betting wise too in the last 2 fights, and I was disappointed the last two times out. But I did hear an interview where he did mention that he just kill or be killed. And I'm hoping that he comes out with that mentality, but I just have a hard time believing that. And I think these two are 2 hyped young prospects, and I think they are going to get after it. But I am leaning towards Woodson in this fight.
Yeah, and the odds makers have it that way as well. They're right here. I'm showing slight favorite at -190, and the comeback on Zalal is a +150 underdog. Depending on what book you're using, could vary. But I don't know, man. That right there kind of just throws me off. It's the first time I'm really looking at the odds. I know it's super late in the week too, but Zalal just being a dog, man. I don't know. Especially against Sean Woodson, where we just seen him drop the ball when he was like a -500 against Julian Rosa. That's insane to me. So yeah, just for pure value on that, I think I would have to take Zalal. For sure.
Yeah, the odds, he is good. A good pick for the odds. Plus 155, you might be able to get some action on there. With Woodson, 150, 185, give or take. Like I said, depending on what book you got. I do like the sniper in this one, but I would not be shocked at the very least if Youssef pulls this off. I've been waiting for him to put it together.
No, give me Zalal. I'm taking Zalal. I think he can do it. I think he can stay away, use the better footwork, frustrate Sean Woodson, and ultimately win a decision. And if it does hit the floor, if he does decide to shoot and get some takedowns, which would be an excellent game plan from him, he's going to be super live for a submission because in his previous fights he's been fishing for him. So that might not be a bad look, So maybe a long shot on a submission in the later rounds that might be real plausible, man. We've been hitting those left and right last couple of weeks, TKO props with Cachoeira and round props with Ben Rothwell and whatnot. So, yeah, man, that actually sounds like something that's quite possible. So keep an eye out on our Twitters and whatnot and see what we officially post later on in the week.